Who is horned up? I know Lepicus is. He's always horned up. He needs a release so bad. He just will never get it ever.
Yesterday we had a schedule release.
Yeah, I'm talking about a different one. You don't even remember that type of release, but we got some peeps in the house. Harmsy, Stephen Power, Davey OG, Nitzberg will not be here. Oh, I just realized I got a huge hole in my pants right where my ding dong lies.
Did you just rip them?
No. This is embarrassing. Anthony Webb is in hell's Viking funeral. Paul H. Knack, as always. Let's go. He says, I'll bricked up.
He's bricked up. Harm's already whipping out the length of his membership. He's so proud of how long his membership is, flopping that thing up for everybody to see. Maybe touch, maybe even give a little sniff to.
Little sniff ski. Smells delicious. Julian Marker. Julian, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
They're going to win tonight. They're going to win. They're going to force the game 7. Gotta happen.
It has to happen.
Gotta happen. We can't go out losing 4 in a row.
4 in a row. Ugh. Imagine.
Nut scratching hole. Yeah, but I wore these all day.
The old nut scratch. Yeah, I saw your scrotum when you walked by the office.
That's fair.
What the hell is this scrotum doing out? Yeah, we're gonna. Speaking of scrotums, we're gonna go over the latest Vikings news and nuggets. Talk a little schedule with that. What the hell do they call her again? Kota is the feisty one. She's the Spitfire.
Show some respect.
The Spitfire. I was trying to think of the
word. There's a lot more followers than us, that's for sure.
She's the Spitfire. She'll be on Talking Schedule with us. New segment called Balls on the Table. One bar is going to wager his balls. And, of course, we're going to have a Who Would You Do? Who Would You Do?
Yes, sir. A lot of Vikings talkers here is going to be beautiful. We'll give her another minute or so that people trickle in.
Voss says you have a great scrotum.
You ain't wrong. It's something. It's
longer than Harms' membership.
Look at Joseph. Look at how happy he is. So happy. I like to think he just took that picture. He's that happy watching us right now.
What's he looking at? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Probably something very inappropriate on the World Wide Web. Davey says Sarah will be here. He's in charge of Sarah. I still love Davey's new picture.
I do too. I do. He looks cold. He's got a cold nose in that picture.
Tristan is in the house. Keith Whitley fan. Cheers to that.
Tristan is? How do you know?
I know everything about our viewers.
Wow.
Everything.
You know what Tim Voss's deepest, darkest secret is?
Yes, I do. It's probably going to be an HBO special someday. It's not great. It's
like
not
a mini series or a whole
It's just going to be bad.
What's up, Anthony?
Tone the Bone is in the house. We got a new Viking today, too. I can't wait to talk about him. I can't wait to hear about your thoughts. Viking funeral. Time will tell. Training camp, you'll see that, baby.
I'm sure there's a scraggler on that thing somewhere.
Nah. Yeah, there is.
A couple long Auburn stranglers.
We make the playoffs. Anthony Webb says if we make the playoffs, we're definitely going to win the bowl. Our schedule looks brutal this year.
There's a lot of different thoughts mixed into that statement. That's a weird comment.
Boss man, yeah, I'll be at a game. I don't know which one yet, but I'll definitely go to a game.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Maybe not.
He won't be. I can't get out of mine from last year.
Can't get out of mine. Did you show it last year?
God, I might have actually. I don't know. Maybe 50-50.
Who wants to go to training camp with one bar in Lambo?
Julian, we're no Lambo this year. No Lambo. I've gone 2 years in a row, and I told the missus we're going until they get a dub in Lambo because I cannot just have the taste of having a loss in Lambo in my only visit. So we won last year when I was there. So we're going to go to Lambo next year. So no Lambo.
Yeah.
Breaking tradition.
What if it's like in January? You still going to go?
Yeah, we went to – that's the first time we went was in January.
How cold was it?
Huh?
How cold was it?
Actually, it wasn't bad. It was a weird, super warm day in January. I want to say it was damn near in the 30s.
Remember we went to the Packers game at the Gopher Stadium? How fucking cold it was.
Yeah, it was. It was freezing.
It was.
Harmsy's going to go to training camp. But I just, it was just a suggestion.
It sounds like you're forcing him. You have something on him. You're willing to put out on the internet to blackmail him into going with you. Hey, Skull Mafia. Skull
Mafia is in the Skull Fest September 14th. They do that the first home game, I believe. They get quite the showing.
Absolutely.
Skull Fest, September 14th. Greatly appreciate it,
Skull
Skull Mafia. We love the shit out of you, man.
In 9th grade, my friend Phil had a score fest, and just dudes showed up. It's very embarrassing.
Sounds about right. I wouldn't expect anything else. Were you guys expecting something else?
We were hoping. It was going to be real nice. It wasn't. Nothing but crickets and dudes and sausage.
I'm sure you guys had a fun time. Let's start talking some damn Vikings. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's start with the biggest news of all. Bob frickin' Tonyan is your newest Minnesota Viking. Welcome to the squad, Bob. Glad to finally have you here.
Bob freaking Tonyan. Very excited. Let's hear your thoughts on Bob Tonyan in the comments. We appear to be just collecting tight ends because now we have 7 of those sons of bitches, and some of them are actually pretty good. Bob Tonyan, we'll see.
We had a lot of safeties last year. This year it's tight ends. And why the hell not? Why not? Fucking. And Bob Tonyan is an NFC North whore. He's been with every single team in the North. Not technically in a game that counts with the Lions, but they did sign him as an undrafted free agent. So this is his final team making the rounds of the NFC North for Bob.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe he'll be retire as Minnesota Vikings, get his jersey hung up someday at U.S. Bank. But I have not seen the numbers yet with Bob Tonyan. I'm assuming they're probably very, very low. So when we put out the video earlier, we we're getting comments like, "Oh, this is stupid." You know, people were just. It's like
our video was stupid.
Well, that too, but the signing of Tonyan, it's just. Well, it doesn't. It's not going to cost much. It's a flyer. If he makes a team, great. But also, like, you got to start wondering if T.J. Hawkinson maybe isn't as ahead of schedule as they're saying.
Oh, and that's an angle we didn't bring up in the video because we were just trying to get on top of it quick. But yeah, I mean that's a valid point. But I mean, the last report that came out said he was ahead of schedule. So
you can't believe any of the reports.
Well, you can't also automatically assume this means he's behind schedule.
I'm just saying I'm not believing anything they're saying about Hawkinson.
Mm-hmm.
So, not that Mr. Tonyan is going to fill in for Hawkinson and all of a sudden be tight end 1 catching 10 balls a game, but when you do a little mixture of him and Johnny Munt out there, that's a little bit different. But if anybody's seen any numbers on the contract, I'd love to see it because I don't think they've come out.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Again, I don't think they're going to be very much. It's but it's weird because I think maybe people are upset because it doesn't appear to be a need position. You know, we still have that left guard that's, you know, Blake Brandel's and maybe a rookie, undrafted rookie backing him up. And then you also look at like a running back 3 position. I just our roster is horrible there. I know we did address D-line, but I mean, to me, there was bigger needs. So that's why to me, it's kind of a surprise, but it's Bob freaking Tonyan. We love Bob Tonyan.
So his contract last year with the Bears is 1 year, $2.65 million. I would guess it's probably 1 year and about half of that. Like nobody wants to sign him. Huh?
Maybe they sign him to half a year.
Yeah, maybe they sign him for a couple weeks, but I would expect his contract to be like 1.5 million or something, so. And not much guaranteed. So we'll see. But we said in the video, I just love the fact that Bob Tonyan's a Viking, and he Packers loved him. They loved him. He was just that dude that, I mean, he was like a Jimmy Kleinsasser dude type of love, where it's just like you loved him, and now he's a Viking, and he's gonna wear purple.
How sweet would it be if he scores like 2 touchdowns at Lambeau? God, was it week 4? Week 4 we play them? Yeah,
that would be freaking beautiful. Lord Duncan is in the house. What's up?
I know we're all excited, right? But I mean, not to be negative Nancy here, but I mean, there's still a strong chance he doesn't even make the team.
Well, look at the tight ends. Last year we kept 4, right?
I think so. Yeah, we did.
I think we kept 4. So the big thing is Hawkinson is not going to start the year on the roster.
He's not going to count.
So you're going to have Josh Oliver, Johnny Munt, Nick Muse. So I think at least at the beginning of the year that Mr. Tonyan has a very good chance of making it, unless a Trey Knox or the dude from England or wherever just rips shit up. But I could see him making the team. Absolutely,
I can too. But I also think we gotta assume that he may not make it either. I mean, at least have that on our radar. You're talking Samus, the guy who's just absolutely jacked.
Yeah, he is jacked. He is ripped. He's fast. He's muscular. Beautiful.
There's a hole in my pants now.
Yeah, no, yeah, he ain't bad, but yeah, I mean, Tonyan, his year in Chicago was dog shit. They never threw him the ball. They're lining him up back at run. I mean, they were putting him all over the place. He wasn't happy with his role there. And nobody's going to be happy if they're Chicago Bear. If I'm there, if I'm him, I'm pouting and bitching all year too. I'm like, I can't believe I signed with you dumbasses.
I was so desperate for money. I needed a check.
I want to Aaron Jones halfback pass to Robert Tonyan in Lambeau.
Oh God, could you imagine?
God, there'd be a bunch of seed all over the floor.
It would be. Absolutely.
Seed
would
all
be.
over.
Speaking of seed all over, not only is Bob Tonyan in purple, but the frickin' ginger snap is back. James frickin' Lynch returns to the Vikings.
Turn of the Mac.
It feels so good to have him back.
Ginger snap is back. James Lynch adding some depth, much needed depth and competitive. What's the word? Not competitiveness.
Competition?
Competition, yes. Competition at a defensive line that is not great. Not great.
And let's not forget, he didn't get a chance to compete, really. He was hurt fairly early in camp last year. I believe it was early August where he tore his ACL. Was that what it was? Or it was some other kind of freakish
ACL.
leg
Tore his ACL. Early August.
So we don't even know what Brian Flores thought of him. We never got to that point. But I honestly think the fact they brought him back now, I mean, he probably showed enough that he could have made the team last year. He was always a bubble guy last year. So let's just look at who we have that he's competing against: the John Bullard, Jonah Williams, Jerry Tillery. It's not crazy to think he has a chance to make this team.
I don't know if that stat's right. I'm going to Google that, Diggler. That seems high.
It seems very high.
I don't know. Like James Lynch last year before he tore his ACL, you and I were both like, we don't think he's going to make the team. Like we were pretty sure he wasn't going to make the team. So, but you're right. Like the fact that they brought him back, like especially coming off of an ACL, he's an easy one just to be like, yeah, goodbye. So yeah, maybe he showed something. Maybe Brian Flores is like, hot damn, I need some of that. Jago Skull from Farmington.
Wow. Aim that tank somewhere else.
Look at that thing. I feel like I'm about to get. Jago, thank you, sir. Greatly appreciated.
Thank you
Farmington,
very much, Jago.
It's one of my favorite types of milk.
It's one of my favorite cities in Minnesota.
I was just looking that up. I was going to see where Farmington is. I'm kind of embarrassed. I have
Southwest?
No idea.
Pretty sure.
I bet they got a really nice golf course in Farmington.
They got a really nice holiday station.
Jago, greatly appreciated, sir. Yeah, so James Lynch, I mean, when you look at the defensive line as a whole, I mean, right now, when you look at the depth chart, he is at the third level with Taki Tayami and our boy Tyler Manoa, who we had on last week. But you can't put too much into that. I think James Lynch will definitely be competing on the 53, but he's like one of those dudes that I could see just sitting on the practice squad too. Like he doesn't care. He knows Minnesota.
Call him up off the bench.
Perfect case scenario. Nobody else wanted to sign him, and he just hangs out on the practice squad.
And no one's going to sign him. Like, I mean, if he doesn't make the team, he's on a practice squad. He's not going to get sniped. I mean, maybe.
No, he's not. Nobody signed him.
No, I'm saying he'll get to our practice squad, but maybe, if he gets in and plays the game and shows something, maybe he gets sniped later. But I can see him being an on-off kind of guy. But yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I think he's got, like we said, he was a bubble guy to us. Like we thought he'd probably get cut. He could make it. I want to see what Brian Flores does with him because I think he can play him inside. He can play him outside. Like when he was at Baylor, he just went outside and just rushed the passer. He had like 12 sacks. So he can get after the quarterback.
I want to say that if James Lynch, we're never going to see what Brian Flores is going to do with him because he's not going to see the field barring multiple injuries. So we're not going to see what he's going to do with him, but he might add good depth. And I can see him being a guy that we maybe cut 3 times during the season and keep bringing back. Maybe he's a Joanne Williams this year. Where he just continues to come back. So,
and that's a great time because he is who we cut to bring the ginger snap back.
Thank you, Juwan Williams. Love you, but I would take James Lynch over you 10 times out of 10.
I mean, I like him. I don't think I love him. I'm not there yet with Juwan.
Well, he'll get there. He'll be back on the team about 10 more times. Yes, let's get that like button up here a little bit. We're only at 24 likes. Hit that like button. Let's go, baby.
We have breaking news from Thomas. He says he'll be sending in pics of his freshly shaven nuts.
Oh God, I can only imagine what.
Probably looks like a baby robin.
Just a mess. Just a mess. What about Bob says Duluth Trading or Carhartt? Duluth Trading 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have anything with Duluth Trading. I do have some Carhartt bibs that I enjoy very much.
Quality, worth the price. Duluth Trading. Duluth Trading. I'm sure you're watching right now. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, where are you guys?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
about it. Gumball Joey is still a free agent. Who's that?
I'm not sure what Gumball Joey means. T-Bass spinning the positivity already, I see.
They brought Lynch back. He makes Bradbury look good in practice. I don't even know what that means. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Why do we want Bradbury to look good in practice?
I don't know. Maybe he thinks watching. Maybe he thinks the coaches feel better about him. I don't know.
All right, maybe. I would assume most of our defensive line makes Bradbury look good in practice. We don't have a very dominant defensive line, so Bradbury's probably looking real good.
Yeah, dudes. We just got a bunch of guys. All right, let's go to this rumor floating around. Hunter Renfrow to the Vikings rumors surfaced.
Give me that thing.
And they are. He hasn't signed with anybody yet, so they're still alive. There's still smoke to these embers.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about him 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, Hunter Renfrow is a great pairing for the Vikings. And it's true. He is. He's a dude that just catches everything that can compete for that number 3 receiver with Brandon Powell. Like, why not? And he's going to be cheap as shit.
Yeah, I mean, but it's weird. If you bring him in, does Brandon Powell get cut? I mean, do you keep 2 slot receivers? I mean, it just seems like 2 very niche roles to have on the team.
Brian O'Neill is faster. Hunter Renfrow doesn't need to be fast. He needs to do a nice little 5-yard out and just catch. He's a chain mover. That's all he is, and that's what we need on this team. Jefferson, we know him. We know Addison can take top off the defense. We don't have that chain mover like Renfrow.
Yeah, what he caught 103 balls in 21. He only had 103 in 2021, 25, 36 last year. So he kind of fell off the map. I mean, he had some really shitty quarterback play. He had that key fumble, right? When we shut him out last year, I believe he had the fumble in that game. But yeah, shifty, quick, short. I'm kind of just curious, why is he still out there? What's going on there?
I don't know.
Oh, D Garcia.
D, what's up, buddy? Let's go. D Garcia. You should have got your 1 bar and Luppigus shit by now. Hopefully you did.
Yeah.
Good to see D Garcia.
McDonald says Ginger Snap has no soul.
No gingers have souls. That's just common knowledge. I didn't know about the 98%.
I thought all gingers had herpes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, D Garcia, appreciate the shit out of you, man. So Hunter Renfrow, yeah, I mean, based off of the price, best shirt in my closet. Wow. That boy.
Hopefully it's Renfrow. Also the tightest.
Renfrow is definitely a better receiver than Brandon Powell, even though I love Brandon Powell. Powell obviously adds the punt return ability, but Renfrow, I think, like I said, first down dude. Jerry's right. Throw him the ball, he's going to get a first down.
Yeah, it's curious. And let's not forget, we should mention that. I mean, remember last year how often this roster was changing? Kwesi's constantly throughout June to August. I mean, there's new guys coming in, guys going out. So this whole roster is going to be massaged. It's malleable. It's just going to be twerked and worked until September 1st. So there could be a lot of new faces coming in.
Yeah, there will. I love it. I mean, the Robert Tonyan one just confirms it because that's just the weirdest thing that nobody saw coming.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if they were going to sign a tight end, I would have expected it to be like the dude they signed, Samus Reyes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the type of signings I would expect right now. Not a Robert Tonyan. It's just a big name.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild. So let's get into some rumors that's been going around on the old internet. Chris Trapasso, he said he put 2 Vikings players on his top 10 fits, rookie players. Number 5 we're going to talk about, and that was Kyrie Jackson, who he said gave him Xavier Howard vibes, long, athletic, ultra physical, at times suffocated the line of scrimmage, but other times lost in coverage. The fact that he's saying Kyrie Jackson reminds him of Xavier Howard, what do you guys think of that?
Who the hell is this Chris Trapasso guy?
Oh, he's big time.
I know. I don't know. I think he's really shooting for the moon there. I mean, I'd love for him to be Xavier Howard. Don't get me wrong, but when you're just comparing size and speed, whatever, that's you got to see it on the field.
But look how much Brian Flores loved Xavier Howard. I mean, if Kyrie Jackson becomes the guy that he loves just like that, that's huge for the Vikings. What I love about it, it's like praise, then he ends it with sometimes lost in coverage. So.
Well, maybe he loved Jalen Roy, and Jalen Roy couldn't see the fucking field.
Yeah. But again, anytime you hear this about a rookie, especially a 4th-round rookie being one of your top 5 fits, to me, that's huge. And I love hearing shit like that about a rookie class.
I am very excited to see where Kyrie Jackson ends up on the depth chart, how much playing time he gets as a rookie. Because when you look at our corners with Byron Murphy, Shaq Griffin, and Mekhi Blackman probably slotted in as our top 3 guys, like Kyrie Jackson, if he can even crack that and get out there and he's actually getting playing time every week, that is huge. I can't wait to see where he lands. If he's a dude that's just inactive, every other game or whatever, that's going to – I got higher expectations for Kyrie Jackson. No. He better not be inactive. He better not be Andrew Booth-esque or Lewis Cine-esque where – I know he's a 4th rounder, so it's different. You can't compare him to a 2nd-round, 1st-round guy, but I got higher expectations for him.
No, I think he's going to have a role, whether it's a part-time player or part-time starter. He's going to be in the mix for sure.
When it comes to rolls, are you a cinnamon roll guy or a caramel roll?
Oh, cinnamon with the frosting for sure.
You're so fat.
Cinnamon Caramel's
roll,
probably worse for you.
I don't know, that frosting. Sometimes when they put the frosting, like at Toby's, when they put the frosting on there, it's about fucking 1.5 inches thick.
Oh, I'm thinking like Louise's place. Perfect.
Yeah, it's very thick. That's even thicker. Have you had a Louise?
Toby's is like this high. It's like fucking your scrotum high.
Cinnamon. We got a cinnamon. Let's see in the comments. Cinnamon or caramel?
It's definitely cinnamon for me.
Paul H says cinnamon. A lot of people talk about Kyrie Jackson, but I want to talk about rolls. Remmer says cream cheese frosting. Yeah, caramel roll. Got to warm it up for sure. Also, just so anybody knows, what you can call a butthole, you can call it a cinnamon ring.
I think everybody knows that.
No, well, I couldn't believe when I heard that. What a name, cinnamon ring.
I think
Cinnamon's killing it.
No. Well, you never answered. You never really gave your answer.
Caramel. Caramel roll. Weed roll. FW Winter wants a weed roll.
It's a weed roll.
Wrinkled penny.
I think you said again. I think you might be talking. Thomas calls it a brown eye.
Well, brown eye is too easy. Wrinkled penny. I'm trying to wrap my brain around that.
Yeah, no, I can see Abe Lincoln right now.
It seems pretty split between caramel and cinnamon roll.
Diabetes for the win, says Isaac. Okay, breaking news by Dirk Diggler.
I can only imagine. The butthole is also known as a balloon knot. Yeah, all right, balloon knot. Cinnamon ring's better. I'm sorry, cinnamon ring just wins.
All right. Okay.
We're gonna be bringing Kota on here in a little bit.
What time did you tell her?
In any minute now, she'll be coming on. We're gonna talk about the schedule, but we got plenty more to talk about for sure. But we do have to hit on the schedule.
Yeah. So we got time to do one more before she comes on.
Well, we can always try. If she comes on, we'll come bring her on.
All right. So Charlie Walters said that Lewis Cine and Andrew Booth Jr. are both likely to be waived in camp. I feel like we're kind of both we're expecting this to happen, but also like I think they're both bubble players for sure. What do you guys think? Are they both going to be waived, or will they end up keeping one of them?
Prison wallet. Viking funeral is going to town.
And why does your husband have so many acronyms or for butthole?
Yeah, it's
not really an acronym, I guess.
Yeah, it's not an acronym. You know what an acronym is?
Yes.
Dakota, do you know how to define an acronym?
I'm like the worst person ever to ask this.
Don't ask her.
Listen, I went to school to memorize words, not to define what words are.
Mm.
An acronym. It's.
I know I'm wrong. It's just a letter. Yeah, I know.
Oh, isn't it just like an abbreviation, kind of?
It's like skull could stand for something.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The S
Sorry,
and the
what
K
was the
and the
question?
O and L.
There was you came in at a weird time.
You came in a
What
very
else
odd,
is new for me?
very odd time.
We're talking about wrinkled pennies and prison wallets.
Yeah, it's not
Oh, okay.
great. All right,
okay.
so she's.
Yeah, I don't have any for that. Sorry. I wouldn't say that I'm knowledgeable.
That is the right answer. That is the right answer. That is the right answer. But Kota is three-time actually, because we had you on twice during the draft.
Yeah.
Wow.
Third time. We're very happy to have you from Vikes Now. I mean, you've been all over the place. I was watching you guys last night when you were live doing the schedule. You guys were killing it.
Thank you.
So very excited to get your thoughts on the Vikings 2024 schedule.
Before we start the schedule, cinnamon roll or caramel roll?
Yeah, very
Ooh,
important here.
I like cinnamon rolls.
Yes.
I'm a big cinnamon roll person. I'm very picky about my caramel. I feel like sometimes it's just like too sticky, you know.
Yes.
I like
That's
I like
I
plastic.
mean, eat a fork. Use a fork and
Eat a fork?
No, man. Yeah, eat a fork. No, and you got to do it with your hands. Otherwise, like you're just pretentious, you
You
know.
just eat the whole thing and eat like a fucking piece of toast?
Or I'll pick it apart and use my hands like that. But like, yeah, no, just go in.
And like, do you have a wet wipe near you, or you go right to the sink after you're done?
Yeah, I go to the sink.
That's what it just. All right, I'm not even gonna do it.
Fucking driving down.
I'm not even gonna do it. Let's talk schedule.
It's there. I respect you for not going there though.
Little Curly. Ever seen Curly Sue? Dude, that's the scene there. All right. Before we get into the schedule, I want to know one thing. When it comes to JJ McCarthy or Sam Darnold, who do you want to be starting week 1? Like, not who do you think or what's more smarter. Who do you want to start week 1?
More smarter. That's the kind of words we use here at the show.
You know, as much as I have been an advocate for JJ McCarthy, you know, obviously my reaction to it went viral. I still want Sam Darnold to start week 1. I'm one of those people who is always really, really skeptical about rookies starting week 1. And I think just based on the information that we have gotten from Kevin O'Connell about how he plans on doing everything, to me, I would prefer, based on all the information available, for Sam Darnold to start week 1. My dream scenario, Sam Darnold starts, he kills it, maybe starts to falter, and then by the bye week, we give him kind of one more chance. He gets benched halfway through week 7. JJ McCarthy comes in, and so that way he starts week 8. And oh my God, I'm in attendance for for week 8.
Oh, so that's the plan. Okay, it just happens to work that way.
Wow.
Who would have thought, man?
And it's all day at
yeah. Hey, no, that's my perfect case scenario as well. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Viking Funeral loved your reaction to the McCarthy pick. Hit up Kota. Western.Dakota on TikTok. She's got, I mean, you got like 13,000 followers.
Wow.
I mean, it's huge, right? Is it 14,000?
Yeah, it is crazy. I don't really know where it came from. I just looked up one day and I started making, you know, the whole like 5 cents off of TikTok that I make. Nice. I go live every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I've accumulated a really cool community of like Vikings fans, Bears fans. There's a Falcons fan in there.
Star Wars fans.
And I think, you know, the fact that people are so much more immersed in just like the wide variety of fans that there are on TikTok has really made it possible for me to accumulate. I think I just hit 13.7 thousand followers like yesterday.
Let's go. Let's
Congrats.
go.
Nuts.
So in a nutshell, Kota is much bigger than us. We right now are starstruck, so we appreciate her taking the time to come on the show.
Anytime for you guys.
But let's all right. So schedule wise, like what game aside from the one you're going to be, which one are you most excited about? And I think I might already know the answer, but I could be wrong.
I am very excited for Kirk Cousins to return back.
There we go. Nailed it.
Obviously, with him still in my background, he is still wearing
he is.
purple and gold there. Still wearing purple and gold.
Did
I
you
took
draw
down
that?
the big one of him. I used to have a really big one. I took him down, replaced him with Taylor Swift. I think I said that last time I was here.
Smart.
I'm very excited for him to return. I think I said this last night. I think the reason I'm so excited about it is because as much as I love Kirk Cousins, he is a very emotional guy. And I think we'll really see that this game because Kevin O'Connell knows Kirk Cousins better than Kirk Cousins knows Kevin O'Connell.
Cool.
And so with that in mind, KOC is obviously going to do everything he can to push Kirk's buttons to make him emotional. Because when he gets emotional, he starts making mistakes. And now that he doesn't have Kevin on his side, which as we all know, Kevin has been his voice of reason for the last 2 seasons, I think we're really going to see just how much more Kirk needed the Vikings than the Vikings needed Kirk.
Wow.
God,
What do you think about the start of the season? I want to get your opinion on that. Before we do, someone's asking for your TikTok. What
did
is
her.
your TikTok?
Right there. Boom. Hit it up. Let's go.
There it is, right there.
Let's go. Hit it up.
What do you think? What are your thoughts on this start the Vikings have? I mean, it's a brutal start, 5-week start they have. I mean, what do you see them doing during that 5-week span?
You know, I went after I did the live stream last night. We filmed an episode of Vikes Now, and I think Dustin Baker said it the best. You know, the Giants game at first glance is like, yeah, okay, it's the Giants, like whatever. But if you really look at it, like you said, with the 2 games that follow after it, the Giants game is also as important as the Niners and the Packers, because it's even though it's an easy game, if we go into it and we lose it, it's like, well, there goes any hope for us. And so I think, if anything, the thing that we should be focusing on before we focus on the Niners, before we focus on the Packers, is how are we going to win convincingly against the Giants when you consider the last time we played them. I'm not nervous, as I think a lot of other Vikings fans are, that we're kind of hitting the ground running right away week 1 through 3. I'm excited. I think, if anything, the team that played against the Niners was good. And now that we have JJ back, we're going to be better. I think with the defense that we've built around Brock Purdy, as much as I love him, he is definitely going to be eating turf a little bit more than he would probably like to.
Let's go.
And I'm excited about the fact that we're playing Green Bay early in the year. I mean, we all know how disgusting the Lambeau Field is. So the fact that we're getting it before it's frozen, I think...
Good point.
As gross as it looks on paper, I think it actually won't be as gross as it is in person. So
Nice. They say the same thing about me.
Yeah.
yeah, you like look at him on paper online, you're like, yeah, really?
Yeah.
And then
No,
you
I've
meet
seen him in
it's like,
person. It's even grosser.
It's Oh, I guess I got it wrong.
Yeah, he's got it backwards. He looks much better. Monomidai is following you on TikTok now. Be scared. Monomidai is the man. He's got a foul mouth and he's fantastic.
Baby Reindeer Part 2 coming up right now.
All right, final Kota, before we let you go, take your purple heart out of it, take your purple brain out of it.
So hard for me, you know that.
Well, do your best. But like last night we did our show, I think Lupagus had us at 9-8
right here. I did got the schedule.
I had us at 10-7. I might have been drinking some purple Kool-Aid. I think the over-under is like 6.5 right now.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Is that what it is? Like realistically, regardless of the quarterback, how many wins do you think the Vikings get? What's a record prediction that we won't hold you to because it's way early?
Oh, we're gonna hold you to it for sure.
Yeah, we will.
You can hold me to it. That's fine. I'm having somebody's currently holding me to not watch the Timberwolves game because the last ones that I've watched or followed on ESPN we've lost. So I'm not looking at it at all tonight.
Get out of
here.
here.
Late, super late start.
Not allowed.
Go sleep.
Not
well,
allowed.
I'm in the West Coast, so it's fine for me. I'm the West Coast Spitfire. I'm good. But I think, you know, my optimistic one that I had last night was 13-4. My realistic one, it was very optimistic.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Shit.
I love it.
Realistically, I would say that I either have us at 10-7 or 9-8, probably closer to the 9-8. Pessimistically, which we all know that I am very out of character for, I have us at 7. So I don't think we will go below 6.5 personally.
That's a fair
7.
range.
All right, you. That's fair. You definitely were not drinking the purple Kool-Aid. I think. I mean, realistically, like I think a lot of experts are going to be picking us. I mean, who was it today? Somebody said 3-14.
3.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of people are, and like I love Vikings fans. I love you all. We are all naturally very hesitant to say good things about our team, especially when it comes to change. Like this, we are in new territory. Having a rookie quarterback that could very easily start week 1 is new territory for us. This whole thing is brand new. And so I think a lot of us are probably really skeptical that it's going to go the way that it usually does for other teams. And I think personally, we need to take a step back, take a step away from what we know and embrace change. And I think the media needs to do the same thing. They're used to the Vikings blowing it. They're not used to a Vikings team taking a quarterback this early in the draft. Take a deep breath. I promise you all, it's gonna be fine. We saw the worst of the worst last season. I don't know. I got a good feeling about this. I think karma is gonna be on our side.
I believe you. I like you and Alyssa need to come on at the same time because you get us very excited. You give us very positive vibes, and it's fantastic. It is fantastic.
Try my best.
Then we'll bring on T-Bass.
T-Bass will bring us down a couple
out,
notches.
right.
Let's go. All right, there's a TikTok link. Hit her up. Vikes Now does fantastic work. Kota, we greatly appreciate you coming on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me on again, guys. It was so good to see you.
Absolutely.
All right,
Have a
I'll
good
see you guys
night.
later.
Don't watch the Timberwolves. Do not watch the
won't.
Timberwolves.
Won't.
Not
Bye.
allowed.
We're going night. Kota.
Don't
Boom.
say no night. No night.
She had to go night.
All right, there we go. And hey, she knows her shit. She knows
Yeah,
her shit. I watched
absolutely.
the Vikes now. She was on with Vocal Vike Rap last night. She was on with Gigi. She definitely knows her Minnesota Vikings. So love it.
I can't believe she predicted a 13-4. That is ballsy.
Wow, yeah, she said her optimistic, but then all of a sudden she was like, yeah, and by the way, we're gonna get 7 wins.
Yeah, no, I think 7-10. Like we're never that bad, so I can't see us getting below 6.
I just think here's my thought going into this season, and this isn't a Debbie Downer. It's we have a rookie quarterback in Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
This next year is going to be the year where even if we get 5 wins, we shouldn't be bitching about it. It's like, fine, whatever. We're in a whole different realm or whole different what's the word? Give me a nerd word.
No, you said realm. It doesn't get much nerdier than realm.
I don't know if I said it right though. We're in a whole different place. That's what I'm trying to get to. Than we've ever been. Like a rookie quarterback, a top 10 quarterback. If we suck ass, who cares? It's all about the future. We got so much fucking money to spend next year. Let's go.
Well, it's also like you, but
era. All right.
you also want him to you want him to get in there, and you want him to start showing you some signs too. I mean, whether Darnold starts or not, you need to see some flashes from McCarthy this year that gives you hope, that makes you confident the Vikings made the right choice in selecting him at pick 10. So that's, I think, really the main goal of this season is to just see something from McCarthy that gives you hope.
Here's the thing with McCarthy is the reason why when it comes to everybody just saying, where are you going? I'm just about to say something very important here.
No, they'll let me know what you said.
He doesn't give a shit. Undiscovered. That's a really close what I was thinking too. That was undiscovered territory is pretty close.
That's a start.
Here's what I was gonna say. When it comes to McCarthy.
Oh, I gotta go again.
That's fine. I don't give a shit anymore. We have to put our gloves on, and you can't put McCarthy out there week 1 and then bench him week 7 because he's had such a horrible start.
Oh no! If he
goes in, put him out there until he's fucking ready. So if that doesn't mean until week 11 or even next year, who cares? Don't do this shit where you put him out there too early and you just want to see him, and all of a sudden you bench him and you put him out there and you bench. We've seen it too many times. The dude from the Jets, Sam Darnold's a great one. I mean, it's like, don't put him out there till he's ready, because once you put him out there, you can't take him out. You cannot take him out. You cannot bench him after he's already out there.
I'm glad you said that, because Ben Gosling said he doesn't expect Darnold versus McCarthy to be an off-season horse race to the wire. He said even if McCarthy is better than Darnold, that doesn't mean he's the instant starter. He said Vikings threshold is more, is he ready to take the job and run with it, than all the things they want to see done by an elite quarterback. If he's not there, they'll wait. So coming from Ben Gosling, very similar to what you just said there on your rant.
Yeah, that is, he said it much better than I did. Like, all I'm saying, like, you just can't take him out afterwards. When he's in, he's in. And when you take him out, it's over.
I mean, usually when you take it out, it's over.
I'm just saying, like, well, yeah, not necessarily. Birdie got it. Uncharted waters. That's
what you wanted to say. Uncharted waters.
It was weird.
Hey, Viking Funeral. I'll see a couple more synonyms for butthole while you're out there.
Yeah, please do. We're only at 44 likes. Let's go. Hit that like button if you're watching. Let's get over 60. Come on.
Boss says that was a great horse noise.
You know what? I'm not bad at it, but
I'm very proud of your horse.
I'm going to stick to this. If you bench JJ McCarthy, it's over.
Yeah, you can't start him.
Tell me a rookie quarterback or young dude that they benched and then they came back and he was good again.
I don't have one off the top of my head. I mean, that's probably why if they would wait, like if you start him week 1, you got to ride him out all 17 games. You're not benching him. You're not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do not bench him.
No, it's
not even anything
thought about. So
if they put him out there week 1, they have to have an internal discussion and say, look, he can just suck ass. We cannot bench this guy.
We got squatter plotter, big brown eye. We got poop shoot, turd cutter.
This is getting
so they're coming in cornhole. Keep those coming. And then just before Kota came on, we were asking We're talking with Charlie Walters said Lewis Cine and Andrew Jr. are both likely to be waived in camp. Do we agree with that?
I was going to ask her which one if she had the pick. So both of them released. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm going to be surprised about it.
No.
But it would be quite the bold move. Round 1 and round 2 pick, your first ever draft picks.
Yeah, I think they're just both right on the fence, and it could go either way right now. So it wouldn't shock me. I think it's definitely in the realm of possibility that they both get waived, but they could also both make the team too.
All right, this might be my favorite.
Which one? Yep, both. Stinkwing.
Thomas says both. I would be more surprised if they cut Booth than if they cut Scene.
Yeah, I mean, at least Booth's showing something. At least Booth gets to play. Scene hasn't even been out there other than a couple of special teams plays.
That's a good one too.
What, Sean Munnell? It's very dirty. All right. So Alec Lewis from The Athletic, he said he isn't sure what the holdup is with Justin Jefferson's contract extension, which is weird because I think just earlier in the week there was stuff coming out that it was because the way it was written, like they can't do anything till after July 31st. So the fact Alec Lewis is saying this now is just completely got me mind-boggling.
Well, I think Alec Lewis is smarter than us, so he. I mean,
was he smarter than the other person who put the other thing out?
Yeah, he's a smart dude. I don't know what to like. It's a great question. Nobody knows what is the holdup at this point. Clearly, either Jefferson. I mean, Jefferson is saying all the right things and doing everything right. He's saying it's not. He just wants to be here. I mean, maybe it all comes down to the numbers. Maybe he wants that beautiful 35 number, and we're only offering 34. Whatever it is, something is sticking.
It's sticking like a brown frown. So that's how we
brown frown.
There was also something about Viking funeral.
Viking funeral. Ashley hates me. Nice pull-out comment.
There's also something about the agent of Justin Jefferson, also the agent of Joey Bosa and somebody else whose contracts were done just before the start of camp. So I think that's where that's getting tied in. Like it may not happen just until like the day before camp starts.
Thomas, he's not getting traded.
God damn it, Thomas. I wish I could take back your ball shaver right now.
I mean, it's easy. I mean, when we do any sort of video about Justin Jefferson, the comments just load up with, hey, trade him for 3 future first-round picks, whatever. And that's easy to say. I mean, deep down, we know he's not getting traded. We know he's going to get re-signed. Mm-hmm. We're going to pay him a lot of money that people will probably bitch about. But it's going to happen. He's going to be a Viking. We're going to sign him. And it's going to be for a shit ton of money.
Michael Boswell has a new one for Butthole. CB Gilmore to Vikings. I guess he calls his butthole that.
No, I think he actually wants to talk football.
Oh my God. Sorry. All right, we got a couple more on the rumors list here. These both relate to JJ McCarthy, our new quarterback of the future. Ben Gosling, he was impressed with McCarthy's arm talent. He said there's an amount of fluidity that sticks out differently, that he looks really, really, really fluid. That's 3 reallys before the fluid.
What was the first part?
Impressed with his arm talent. So there's a amount of
well, I think he got another one. Well, you might as well do the other one as far as how he's slinging fastballs.
Well, that's from Alec Lewis, who apparently is a Debbie Downer. He says after watching McCarthy at camp, he said he threw a lot of inaccurate passes. Might not all be his fault, but he compared him to a pitcher that throws a 98-mile-an-hour fastball but has no curveball or changeup.
D. Garcia, it's cinnamon ring, not cinnamon hole.
That's graphic, D. Garcia, when you say cinnamon hole.
It's funny because I saw that, and he's sitting there talking about basically Jefferson's just flinging these things. And when you watch anything, McCarthy is just throwing fastballs. He has no touch, whatever. And anything you read about him pre-draft is the fact that he doesn't have that, and he's all about touch. He's all about just putting it beautifully in their arms. So it's funny that he's coming out, and I believe him. Yeah. It's funny that McCarthy's all of a sudden just chucking the shit out of it. Like, it's crazy. And I think it speaks a lot to just the fact that nobody knows what McCarthy is going to do because we haven't seen it.
Yeah, and I also saw I was trying to find the quote, but like he was looking to throw the ball down the field. Like he was very attacking the defense, looking to make plays, not being conservative. So like he wanted to throw the ball and move, and just toss it down the field. So I loved hearing that. Skull TYA, I love you, man, but you might want to go see your doctor or eat a carrot once in a while.
TY, that's normal. I've been doing that for 20 years.
Lauren Duncan has one. Maybe that was one of his band names. I don't know. Heinous.
Anus. It's like Hennius.
That's how you spell heinous.
Anus. Love it. So yeah, McCarthy, I guess, is just coming out, chucking the shit out of it.
Yeah.
He's a rookie quarterback. He's 21. When I was 21, I was getting
Stargate.
drunk at a bar, going home and dry humping my couch. So there's worse things to do.
Right between the cushions?
That's none of your business.
Oh my God. I sat on that thing.
Just brag. Right. Exactly. And that, you know what? That's why come preseason, when he's playing second, third quarter, and if he doesn't see a single damn snap in 2024, beautiful. I'm all for it.
Well, you mentioned the uncharted waters, the uncharted territory, whatever.
Uncharted waters was what I was looking for.
We haven't had a top 10 rookie quarterback before. So everything he does is under a huge microscope, magnified. Every mistake he makes, every error he makes when he misses throwing the ball back to a coach in reps, it's going to be out there. It's going to be magnified. It's going to be ripped on. It's going to be commented on. Flip side of that, every time he does something good, we're all going to be excited. We're going to be pumped. Like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. He's the next big thing. So we have to prepare ourselves for that. Like, it's only going to get more and more magnified. Every single play he makes, every single thing he does is going to be overly scrutinized, overly praised, overly whatever. It's just the fact of the matter of having a high pick quarterback on your team. This is new territory for us, and this comes with it. So I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. Things are going to get a lot more intense. There's going to be haters. There's going to be lovers on both sides. So let's just all get ready for this because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. We'll be watching him, says Skull TYA. Again, eat a cracker. What maybe what's something you eat that actually plugs you up? Yeah, and JDT93 says, especially because he's in purple, he's going to get way more scrutiny. Yeah, I mean, it's just he's going to be under the fucking microscope so much. And we're going to be sick of it. Who
cares? It's going to be fun.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for it. Cheese plugs you up. Thank you guys. Everything. Skull TYA. Everybody's telling you to eat some cheese. Eat some cheese. I love cheese. I do too.
Name one thing you can't put cheese on that's not good.
Caramel roll.
No, that's stupid.
One. Yeah. When are you gonna eat that manwich? By the way,
it's gotta happen. I'm not dodging it. I mean, it's going to happen. It's funny. I was at Super One this morning, and then I was thinking, I'm like, damn it, I should have grabbed a can of manwich to at least take a picture of it and be like, all right, it's happening, but I didn't do it.
But Viking funerals back to talking about buttholes. He's the holy of holies.
Holy of holies. All right, what else we got on the list here?
We got a new segment here. It's called Balls on the Table. So one more picture of this.
Let's do who'd you do first.
Really? You want to end with balls on the table?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
This week's who would you do is more. So I'm gonna give you two players at the same. Basically, kind of just guys. Basically, you have to pick who you're gonna cut and who ends up on the 50 freaking 3. So you got to cut one of these guys.
Who would you do?
So when it comes to who would you do in the comments, we want to know the one that you would keep. We want to know the one that you would keep out of these scenarios. So here we go. So Roberta, we got a couple of wide receivers here.
Wow.
We got Thomas Thayer, friend of the show.
Best friend.
And then we have Jalen Naylor, Roberta. I named him anyways, even though in the comments I want to know the one you're keeping.
Mm-hmm.
So who would you do? Who would you do here? Keeping Thayer, Harmsy says immediately.
Yeah. We got this is tied. It's 2-2 right now.
Well, JDT is not abiding to the rules. He's saying who's going to cut. Who you keeping?
Yeah, you got to say who would you do? Who would you screw? In that wrinkled penny.
Thayer's definitely winning, but Naylor's pretty close. Thomas is Thayer.
This seems actually very split.
No, I think Thayer's definitely winning.
Maybe you're seeing comments before me, but for every Thayer, I'm seeing a Naylor coming right back.
And it's actually funny. It is actually Thayer Thomas. I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed right now.
Oh my God, you put Thomas.
You know what? I was at work. I was trying
I don't blame
to
you.
really whip this thing out. Keep Tom Thayer's
Duncan wants to cut them both. He hates Roberta.
It is Thayer Thomas. Damn it! I should cut myself.
I'm gonna go with Thayer Thomas. That's who I'm gonna. That's who I do.
Naylor can't stay healthy. Yeah, this one's really not even close for me. I mean, Jalen Naylor can't stay, like in the comments, he can't stay healthy, and really, he was healthy for a while and he still wasn't doing anything. If Thayer Thomas at least can do some special teams, punt return, whatever. Let's get some new blood there.
Absolutely, that's what it is. Get some new blood.
New blood. All right, next up, we got Alice. We got Patrick Jones and Gabriel Murphy. And I put this one on there because Lupicus and I got into this one. I thought it'd be fun to see some more comments.
Yeah.
Lupicus was all about Patrick Jones. I was all about Gabriel Murphy.
But my caveat is this: it's right now, as of May 16th.
That's the whole point. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. This could change in a month. You know, when the preseason starts. I mean, right now.
It sounds like you're really.
No, I'm just saying that's my right now. That's where I'm going right now.
That is the point. Right now.
Right now, I know what I'm keeping.
That now, who are you keeping? So Murphy's just blowing. It's not even close.
Yeah, but me and Harmsy are on the same put. I'm keeping Jones right now.
Yeah, it's Murphy. It's not. I think Harms might be the only one.
No, there was another one. Skull TY.
Okay. Other than that, it's all
Murphy has to show me something before I'm comfortable moving on from Patrick Jones, a guy who he had a great end of the season last year. He's developing, he's making progress. I would keep him at this point over Gabriel Murphy, who could just suck. He could suck. Everybody's assuming he'll be the next Ivan Pace Jr. He has to show something before I'm comfortable moving on from Jones.
Okay, that's fine. Patrick Jones has been in the league for 3 years. So at this point, I fully expect him to pretty much be developed. So, like, my only argument, like, I don't hate Patrick Jones by any means. I'm just going all about upside. Like, what does Gabriel Murphy have to offer? Because Patrick Jones, my argument with Patrick Jones is you could probably sign a free agent right now that has the same skill set as Patrick Jones. Because, I mean, Patrick Jones is what? How old is he? He must be 25, 26 years old.
He's 16. So he's 16 years old.
I'm going about potential because if we were a team that was looking at being a like 13 and like a very good team this year, it would be different. We're not. Gabriel Murphy is a guy that might be really, really good in a couple of years, and Patrick Jones won't even be on this team next year. So I'm going all. I'm looking towards the future.
Very bad.
I'm looking towards the future, and Gabriel Murphy offers a much better future than Patrick Jones does. And Gabriel Murphy might be horrible, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just right now. I'm going to take Patrick Jones. A couple months, I could swing to Gabriel Murphy. It's fine.
You will.
I might.
You will. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
We'll see.
All right, last one. This one's going just for the heartstrings. This isn't even same position. CJ Ham, the local Duluth boy, and Najee Thompson, who everybody loves on this channel.
Yeah.
I think there's about 6 teams left in the league that actually utilize a fullback on a regular basis. And then Najee, we love Najee, the special teams demon. So who'd you do? Who are you keeping here?
Yeah. I mean, CJ Ham. I mean, my kid has attended his camp, I think 3 years. And
that was like 10 years ago. He doesn't even play football anymore.
He went there 2 years ago. He was there.
Jesus, are you serious?
Yes.
I think he was too. I don't think he should have been there.
Well, he was there. But I mean, Najee. I mean, he's our boy. Najee's our boy. So this one's interesting.
Ham, a lot of Hams. I'm surprised. There's Harms, Najee. I'm over Ham. You can't keep both. That's not the rules.
Yeah, come on.
Keep Ham. Najee wins. Najee. I'm not going to put them all up there. Love me some Gale. Ham. I'm really surprised about this one. Ham's winning for sure. Thompson's Thompson's getting some votes, but Ham's definitely winning. I'm shocked.
Was it KOC's regime when we saw Ham going splitting out wide, running 20-yard routes and going deep, running goes. I think it wasn't it?
I don't know. I know last year his snap count was extremely, extremely low.
But he's going to make the team.
I don't know that. I mean, yeah, he probably will, but like, so who are you picking? You said Thompson?
Yeah, I'm picking Najee, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm keeping Najee too. I mean, CJ Ham, everybody loves him. I mean, when he's out there, when he gets the ball, it's fine, but it's like you got to get in the right century here.
We had a blocking tight end. We still couldn't run the football last year, so I'm keeping Najee Thompson.
Yeah, I was surprised they even kept him last year. So, yeah, they probably will keep CJ Ham, and honestly, they'll probably keep both these guys. But I just wanted to throw a little wrinkle in your hearts.
Appreciate that. Thank you for the wrinkled penny, as we call it now on the show.
It is a wrinkled penny.
Who would you do?
That's it. You guys spoke.
I mean,
I think so. It was just to recap real quick on the who would you do's. I think Thayer won. Gabriel Murphy, it wasn't even close, and then CJ Ham, I don't think it was really that close either. Yeah. He terrorized Najee.
Sounds very unkind to do to Najee.
We love him. We love him more than anything. He's gonna be
all right. We're gonna finish with a new segment called Balls on the Table. One bar. This is where you're gonna feel so strongly about a bet you would make on this Vikings team that you would put your balls out. You would wager your balls. Let's say Matamida is standing there with an axe. He's gonna cut off that huge sack of yours. Cut off your balls, but you're willing to put your balls on the line for these lines. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Pick one game on the Vikings schedule. The Vikings will win. Confident they will win this game no matter what. Your balls are on the line. And you guys can play along in the comments. If you want to bet your labs, if you want to bet your balls, whatever you want to do.
Well, here's the schedule. So I got to pick one game and they win for sure.
You're wagering your balls. Yep.
Boss Man's going with the Giants. Harm says the Jets, Atlanta. If I'm betting my balls, I know exactly where I'm going. I just want to see some more comments.
We got a freaking London game. Harms will bet his balls on that Jets game. A lot of Titans coming out here.
3-0 in London, baby. 3-0.
Thomas doesn't need a reason to bet his balls. He bets them every day of his life. I don't know what that means.
I do.
Jaguars, his Ditter, Atlanta. Tristan, he'll put both games against the Packers. He'll put 2 games against his balls.
No, I'm it's the Titans for me.
Yeah.
Titans easy. I'd like to see the Giants.
Yeah, I know.
But just week 1 with that many different personnel. I mean, we should beat the Giants. We probably will beat the Giants, but I'm not putting my balls on that one. Titans is like week 9 or 10. By that point, we're gonna get a little bit of rhythm. We'll see where our quarterback is. So it's Titans.
Week 11.
Yeah, Titans.
All right. So how about this? You gotta put your balls on that table again. Flop that huge sack of yours out. Whip it on the table. One game the Vikings will lose. You're confident. They're going to lose this game. There's no fucking chance.
Really? Just full on?
We're fucking losing this game. Let's see what you guys think in the comments. If you had to bet your balls on the game the Vikings will lose. I know we don't like to be negative here, but, I mean, come on.
All right, I got mine.
Oh, Harm says Seahawks.
Wow. All right. Rams or Seahawks.
Wow.
That's week 2.
Garcia says week 2. He just says week 2.
That's the Niners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. I can't see
Boswell's willing to bet his balls that we lose against the Falcons. Week 18 versus Detroit, says JT 93. Texans, Seattle, Lions.
Yeah, I would. I'm going Texans.
This is pretty spread out.
Texans at home. I honestly think Texans are gonna be so damn good this year. It's gonna be crazy.
And you're willing to put your balls against
the fact that we're gonna lose to a potential Super Bowl champion. You're damn right.
All right. This one I'm gonna give you a little bit of a cushion, so you can go. You get a two cushion top, a 2 cushion bottom. So you got a little bit of a spread here. So factor that into your thinking. Okay.
Spread my butt apart.
JJ McCarthy starts. Within 2, you get a 2 cushion. So if you say 6, you're good for 8. You're good for 4.
What week he starts?
No, how many games he starts.
Oh, I see.
How many games JJ McCarthy starts? Put your balls out there. Ooh, Tristan says 12.
All right.
He's good for 10 to 14 there. Oh, Davey says 0. He's going to say 0. Davey has no balls.
Boswell says 8. Jerry says 4. 10. Delton, our boy, last 6. 1 game. I want to say there's 6.
6 games.
6. Yeah. I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, I don't care if he starts at all this year, and I think it just all depends on how it goes. So 6. I think 6 is about the safest number you could say, because you get 8 or 4.
Yep.
But right. Davey saying 0 isn't crazy.
If someone would have said 17, I wouldn't think that's crazy either.
No, nobody has a single clue. Nobody has a fucking clue right now.
All right. Again, this is balls on your table. When to put your balls out there on these lines. Dallas Turner sacks. You can come within 1.5. Dallas Turner sacks on the season.
Oh,
so you get 1.5 above, 1.5 below your line.
6.
Lumbar's going 6. 6 Dallas Turner sacks.
Actually, I'll say 7. I think he gets 8 sacks.
Got 11 from Davey, 9 from What About Bob, 8 from Jerry. FT Matty Matt says 9, 10, 8. 8.5, 8, 8, 8.
Yeah, a lot of 8s. I think 8's the number. I could easily see him getting 9.5. I could see him getting 6.5. He's gonna get his. Patrick Jones thinks he's on the team, so
couple 10s. That seems risky. 10 seems a little risky.
I don't think so. When everybody's saying like, oh, he's the could be defensive rookie of the year. I mean, of course, any edge rusher we would have drafted would have been in the same situation. I mean, Dallas Turner's fantastic, but if it was Latu, if it was Verse, they would all. If it was Chop Robinson, they would have said it's because of our defensive coordinator. That's why.
FW is like, all of you are playing it safe. I don't care about my balls.
It says 11. 11. I like it. He was going to rip shit up this year. Be prepared. Everybody bitching about the fact that all the non-Vikings fans, the trade we gave up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll see what happens when he has 10 sacks.
I got mad respect for FW Ender and his disregard for the safety of his ball sack.
D. Garcia is ready to get completely neutered right now with 15.
Wow. That's awesome. I love it. All right, we got a couple more. Justin Jefferson yards. Let's go within 50 here. Within 50, higher or lower?
Higher.
No, I'm not.
Getting higher than 50 yards.
You ask the cushion. Cushion is
50 yards. That's like 1 catch, so don't act like you're giving me a lot of cushion here.
It's not. It's a tight cushion. I'm going to admit that.
Justin Jefferson with
Dan Basic's going with 2,100.
Well, hey, let's take into consideration the quarterback, whether it's a rookie that might be shitting his pants or it's Sam Darnold. So I definitely have to take that into consideration. This isn't Kirk Cousins, who's just chucking the shit out of it. But still, I will go 1,684 yards.
1,684 is you're good for 1,634 up to 1,734.
And considering, like, if this was Kirk Cousins, I would probably, if this was a quarterback that he has a rapport with and a guy that is going to be a ton of yards, I would have probably said like 1,987.
Okay. Look what he did with Nick Mullins. I mean, he was putting.
I know, but Nick Mullins like is different because he doesn't give a shit. Like JJ McCarthy is going to try to win games. Nick Mullins was just chucking the thing. He might as well threw that thing with his left hand.
Yeah, there's a lot of high guesses here on this one.
Should be high. He's the best receiver ever to play the damn game.
Viking Funeral was
19.
Michael Boswell. It's within 50 yards. You get so high or low. Yeah, I mean 1,500 is goal. Well, you want a 1,648? Is that what you want? Or 30, 80,
1,650? I don't know. I can't remember. Something like that.
It's kind of where I'm expecting it too. Let's go one more here. Players left from the 2022 draft class after final cuts in 2024.
I got to hit it on the head?
Hit it on the head. There's no wiggle room here.
Hold on. So we got Nick Muse, Ty Chandler, Lewis Cine, Andrew Booth, Brian Asamoah, right?
God, yeah, I mean, those guys. Ed Ingram's on the team.
All right. I always forget about Ed.
You always forget Ed.
For some reason, I just think.
He's the
it's
wrinkled penny of this group.
The thing is, like, the reason I forget about him is because he's actually decent. I always just focus on the just dog shit players. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to pull it up quick. I want to see the actual list in front of me.
You can pull it out because the balls are going to be on the table here for this one.
Hold on.
You know, I got to be honest. I'm surprised how loose a lot of our viewers are here with their balls.
So I am going to say... Oh, shit. Hold on. It's cutting it off. All right, there we go. So Naylor, too, and Muse.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So currently there's
how many are going to be left?
I know. I'm just saying currently there's 8 on the roster still from that draft class.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to say Muse will be on the team. So that's 1. And then I'm going
even
to
with Bob Tonyan here, you're still going to think Muse will make it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they'll keep 4 tight ends. So Muse, and then I'm going to Chandler. So Naylor's gone. Asamoah's gone. Ed Ingram, that's 3. And then between Booth and Evans, they'll keep one of those guys. And I think Lewisine is actually gone. So Ed Ingram. So I'll say 5.
5.
So I say Muse, Chandler, either Evans or Booth, Ingram. Oh, that's 4.
So how many are left?
I'm going to say 4.
4 will be left. You're going with 4. Boswell says 5.
I as much as everybody, like, I don't care if Lewisine, if they got to eat 3.5, whatever it is, it's time to go bye-bye. And either Booth or Evans, I don't know which one it'll be. It's a toss-up.
We got a couple comments on pronunciation of
Asamoah.
Yeah, we should always say Asamoah, didn't we?
Asamoah.
Duncan says 6. 6 will be left.
Hey, you know what? I have no idea what to expect. This is the year. I mean, we've seen them. They got rid of Atamueo real quick. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is the year we're going to actually find out how stubborn this Vikings front office is on keeping their own guys, because it's going to be a couple years of guys that have not done anything. So if they clean house, good for them. I mean, props to them, because they should. If they don't, then they're going to be Rick Spielman.
Anybody got a beer? Let's get up for Knack. He cancer survivor, I guess. So well done, Knack. Thank you for sharing that in the comments.
Cheers to Knack. Knack's the man. He's the Canadian, right? Got the mugs.
He got the mugs. Hopefully they show up intact.
Knack, love you, man.
Oh yeah.
Top 5 fucking defense. Tilton Vincent, hell yeah, let's go.
And I think that's actually something when everybody's looking at our schedule and
Lord Duncan says 3 will be left, 6 will be gone.
Okay, all right. Like, they're not factoring our defense. Like, I mean, and what Flores can do. Like, he has more to work with this year than he had last year. And there was a stretch where he had us be one of the best defenses in the league, like a 3-week stretch. So having these weapons, what he can do at his disposal, I think this Vikings team is going to be better than the national media is projecting.
Yeah, it'll be – nobody has a clue. Nobody has a clue what to expect. I don't have a clue what to expect. I can't wait. That's why it's going to be so damn fun this season to watch these guys. I think we're going to see games where they're going to absolutely light it up, and then the next week they're just going to shit the bed. Like, they're going to toy with our emotions. They're going to give us hope. That's all that matters. They're going to give us hope for the future. And Gabriel Murphy will be a big part of that. Patrick Jones will not.
It's very possible. It's very, I don't know. You don't understand what I'm saying. Like, I get it. But right now, if you had to put a gun to my head, who am I going to take? I'm going to take the guy who I know can do it.
I know, but if you're a GM, so you're Kwesi right now, and you know the Vikings, real expectations realistically, it's all about 2 years, 3 years from now. Do you want Gabriel Murphy, a guy who has a lot of upside on your team, or do you want Patrick Jones, who in 2 to 3 years is going to be 30 and hasn't shown much, really? You can honestly say he hasn't shown much.
I think he has shown some, which
I know, but which one are you keeping on the roster and assuming the other one is not going to be on your team?
If I had to make the decision right now, I'm going to keep Patrick Jones.
I know. So you're just playing. So you're just playing for 2024.
Right now, I am. Right now,
I know, but you're playing for the fact that you think you're going to be good in 2024, because he ain't going to be here next year.
I'm trying to put the best team together I can to make sure my job is safe for 20.
And you think it comes down to Patrick Jones?
I think if I'm trying to win games, I'm going to keep Patrick Jones on this team. Unless, right now, if you have to do this
Jones
May
is gonna help you win
16th,
games?
I'm going to keep. Yeah, I do.
Oh my God! All right, that's all I needed to hear. That helps actually. That makes me feel better.
I do.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Great. He had a great 3-season end of the game stretch.
He did not.
The numbers don't lie. What he did. He had a great.
All right,
stretch.
that's why I love doing this show. It's great entertainment, and that helps. That helps. Thank you.
I know you live and die by PFF and the grades, but you look at the numbers, what he did.
No, I live and die as far as if somebody can get on the field and make a play.
And he
did. if you're worried about
you hate Ty Chandler, which I don't understand.
I don't hate Ty Chandler. I don't want him to be. I do not want him to be our starting running back, and you were all for it.
I thought he's the guy that showed enough to be. If you came down to that, he could be your starter.
He could be. I don't want him to be. I'd much rather have Aaron Jones. It was a great move.
No shit. Everyone would rather have Aaron Jones.
Well, I know, but that was the whole thing this offseason. Like, let's get somebody else other than Ty Chandler, and they did. It was beautiful.
Yeah, he came available, and the Vikings made a move. Apparently, there's a lot of guys who have overcome cancer here in the comments, so well done to all you guys.
Really? God, I'm not keeping up. I see the Bears suck.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, cheers to everybody.
Appreciate you guys supporting each other. That's fucking fantastic. So
that is beautiful. Wonderful. Wonderful. Love it. Skull 2A. Love you, man. Let's go, baby. So yeah, so we'll still be live next week. Next week we got Wabi coming on next week.
Ooh.
Wabi is gonna come on, talk some Vikings next Thursday. That will be fun. I'm sure we'll have some more guests as well. We're trying to get some more Vikings rookies on. To Walter Rouse supposedly next week. John Randall. We got John Randall coming on. It will not be live, but John Randall will be joining the One Bar and Lupigus show, so that will be fantastic to talk.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, you want to email us, onebarlupigus@gmail.com. Any questions you want to ask old Johnny Randall?
I gotta get 93 in the middle there when he's here.
Maybe who had the most impressive cock in the shower?
Don't be gross.
You want to know.
No.
All right. This comes from the guy who knows everything. All right. So, again, if you have a question for John Randall, send it over. Absolutely. Cannot wait to hear it. Remember this, guys, as we're signing off on this fantastic show we had tonight. While filming the movie The Body, Kiefer Sutherland was teaching River Phoenix how to play Stand By Me on the guitar. As they were playing, Rob Reiner walked past and said, "Oh my God, I haven't heard that song in 20 years. 6 months later, the film was renamed Stand By Me."